Hare Krishna. So today, wishing everybody happy Radhashtami. So on this occasion, I would like to tell a pastime of Radha and Krishna from Sri-Prema-Samputika by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. And it has been translated into English by His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj. It's a very beautiful story, pastime. Please enjoy. Prema-Samputika. Maharaj, Bhanuswami Maharaj, has dedicated this book to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, who inspired the world to take up the path of bhakti. So let's start with the reading of the book. Text 1. Once in the early morning, Krishna, assuming the attractive dress of a young woman, boldly went to a tree at the house of his beloved and, covering his face with the edge of a pink cloth, remained there with his eyes lowered. Rishabhanu's daughter, seeing him from a distance, said, "Oh, my friend." "Oh, my friend Lalita, who's this girl endowed with astonishing ornaments and lotus face who makes my house in an emerald by effulgence?" Hearing their friend's words, Lalita and Vishak quickly approached and, facing him, said, "Who are you, O thin-waisted girl? Please say where you've come from and what are you doing?" But he did not answer at all. Out of curiosity, Radha herself approached him and in a questioning mood asked, "Who are you? You attract my mind by the splendor of your form. Are you a goddess? Ah, your form is so beautiful." Out of curiosity, Radha herself approached him and in a questioning mood asked, "Who are you? You attract my mind by the splendor of your form. Are you a goddess? Ah, your form is so beautiful." Since he remained silent, she again spoke to him. "Oh, beautiful girl, since you come here, please quickly tell us about yourself. Please know that we are your most intimate friends. Why should you worry? Oh, girl with a lowered head, why should you be afraid?" When he sighed slightly and pretended to lament, exposing his face, she spoke to him as he still remained silent. "Ah, you are in pain. I know that. You would not be in this condition otherwise. Oh, lotus-faced girl, please tell me about it. Have genuine trust in me so that I can attempt to cure you, since by revealing to a pain caused by misfortune and which has wounded your mind, will produce peace. Are you separated from your lover? Are you pained because of seeing some faults in him? Are you afraid of having committed some offense which has caused his affection to break? Or have some wicked people created some falsehood? Or is your mind disgusted with your husband who has caused you disappointment and you have become attached to some excellent rare man? Then, like me, you are criticized with cruel words by the elders and thus feel pain. O slender girl, have you sometimes been pierced by the harsh, arrow-like words of a co-wife who's blinded by intoxication due to a little good fortune? But that is not possible. For what woman other than you could have such incomparable wealth of good fortune? O moon-faced girl, are you Mohini of whom I have heard from Purnamasi? Have you suddenly appeared here to bewilder someone like Shiva? If Krishna who becomes pierced by your glances at you, there will be an amazing situation of mutual bewilderment. Krishna, whose hairs began to stand on end all over his body on hearing her words, covered himself completely with his upper cloth. Seeing this, Radha spoke. Oh, friend, are you suffering from bodily pain? Is your chest, back, or head in pain? In my house, there's some precious oil that can cure all diseases sent by my respected father out of affection. Oh, Vishaka, quickly bring that oil and make it fulfill its purpose. Being most affectionate, I will rub on this beautiful girl the oil, which is the personification of my affection. The pain in all her limbs will be removed. Oh, friend, I will gently massage her head with great skill. I will bathe the girl in slightly warm, pleasant water, sprinkle fragrant substances which will destroy pain. I will make her lotus face joyful, devoid of pain. I'll make her able to speak. Oh, friends, if having been respected by me with tender words, acting for her benefit with unmotivated affection, she still does not speak at all, and if she remains with a dejected face, deceptive in revealing her disease, let me try a different treatment. By taking this medicine, sickness of body, life, hairs, mind, and all the senses becomes dissipated. She will become immediately strong by this pure medicine sent by Dhanvantri. If I can arrange for the lotus palms of the king of the Bhava to touch her chest all over, this girl with an indescribable ailment will smile, speak, and sigh. She will attain an indescribable beauty which will make us smile. Hearing those words, Krishna lifted his lower lotus-like lotus face while suppressing a smile and pushing aside his locks of hair with the attractive fingers of his left hand slightly raised the wheel. Veil from his head. When he spoke a little, revealing great beauty in his voice, Radha and her friends for a long time drank those words like female chakora birds and became astonished. Krishna speaks, Oh Radha, with a beautiful face, I am a goddess living in Svarga. I've come to you with a painful heart. Please hear the reason for that. I want to know about something which I intend to explain, except for you. Who else can do this by any means? Radha speaks, saying that you are a goddess is not untrue. We accept you as such at this time, since among human beings, who's there who can be compared to you? You can only be compared to yourself, since no one can compare to you in beauty. O girl whose face is as attractive as the autumn moon, being innocent in heart, I falsely speculated about you and thus mocked you. I may have offended you. If you're affectionate to me, then I've been yours. Then I've become yours. Krishna spoke, Oh Radha, you have become my friend. Why are you so withdrawn? Please believe that I, a goddess, have become dependent on you. I always consider myself to be your servant, since I've realized one drop of the ocean of your love, form, and qualities. Please carefully hear what I say. Please remove this doubt which gives me intense pain. Even from the sprinkling of your sweet words, the pain in my heart has not a little at this time. Oh friend, the force of Krishna's flute which sounds in Vrindavana enters strongly into Svarga. Because of that sound, the minds of the chaste heavenly women become disgusted just on remembering the embrace of their husbands. drinking the sweet sound of the flute, which is hala hala poison. The women have fainted due to a great fever generated from Cupid embracing their wives, whose limbs are like blazing coals. The husbands quickly give them up, wondering what has happened. In that city, no one is an elder. Who will chastise these women? Everyone has similar qualities. Who else will mock them? Since the sound of flute destroys their chastity, the women have been defeated. Since the sound of the flute spreads its influence every day in the heavenly women, one day I thought, what is that? From where does the sound arise? Who is playing that flute? Thinking in this way, that very day I descended to earth and comfortably stayed at Vamshivata for some days. I saw various incomparable pastimes of Krishna and became familiar in all the groups of Sakhis. Radha then jokingly spoke sweet words. O fortunate girl, in Svarga you're counted as most clever. Other women whose senses have been cut by the knife of intense longing have made the meaning of their name, Sumanas, useless. Slightly moving his brow and bathing his lips in the streams of beauty of his sweet smile, Krishna spoke, O Radha, understand that there is no one like you in dedication to Krishna. Is it possible that Krishna will see me? Radha speaks, having experienced privately the pastimes of Krishna, the purpose for which you came, what interest should you have in any other man? Please tell me what you want to say. Since you have made me your friend, I've joked with you. Krishna speaks, oh friend, please joke. Who can defeat you at joking? Friendship is insignificant. You have become my life. You are human, but the world offer respects to your purifying qualities by bowing their heads. This is not just praise. I'm not indifferent. Do not be shy. I do not speak a lie. Lakshmi and Parvati can never be equal to you in beauty and good fortune. I'm not indifferent. Do not be shy. I do not speak a lie. Lakshmi and Parvati can never be equal to you in beauty and good fortune. No woman, even in Vaikuntha, can carry the great weight of Prema as much as you can, even in her mind. I've heard everything about your Prema in the assembly of Parvati on the peak of Kailasha. Hearing about you, I developed a great desire in my mind to see you. This desire has become fulfilled, but the fire in my heart has burst into flame. But my heart did not burst since it's very hard. Radha said repeatedly, please quickly tell me what that pain is. With tears choking his throat, Krishna could not speak. Radha gently wiped his face, whose eyes were filled with tears, using the edge of a cloth. Remaining silent for a moment, he regained composure. Krishna then spoke to her, how did you develop such strong, incomparable, unconditional love for Krishna, who has strong lust? Though he is full of knowledge, relying on insubstantial things, he gives pain to you and your friends. Though fully endowed with a wealth of beauty, bravery, excellent good fortune, and fame, though ornamented with the jewels of all good quality, incapable of judging Prema, and this causes his lust. One should not take shelter of him. Playing profusely during the day, revealing Prema constantly, he then made an appointment with you in the bower at night. Though you were innocent, deceitfully he gave you up to enjoy with another girl. Oh friend, you began lamenting, and this caused pain to your Sakhis. Even the creepers and birds wept. Experiencing great pain, oh friend, you began lamenting, and this caused pain to your Sakhis. Even the creepers and birds wept. Experiencing great pain, I saw all this as I was hiding alone at Vamshivata. Playing in the rasa dance, he showed strong prema for you, giving up others. But after a moment, he left you alone in the forest with your limbs suffering from fatigue. The pain which you experienced with loud lamentation, deep fainting, and bewildered actions will remain in my heart during the 8 stages till death, which is natural for the body for many births. O famous girl, since I am a Devata, how can pain affect my heart? But suddenly to see you. The desire has caused me to be pierced by a stake. Oh, friend, there's no method for pulling it out. My mind attached to you does not desire to return to Svarga and does not desire to remain for another second pierced by the stake of lamentation. Reeling at every step, I cannot remain steady. Thus, I have become invisible to you today. After a long time, I fear Krishna because he does not have shame in respect of dharma or people. He does not follow the path of mercy. In his infancy, he killed Putana. In his Pauganda period, he killed Vatsasura. And in the beginning of his Kaishara age, he killed Vrishasura. Radha spoke, "Oh, fortunate girl, I have an indescribable, constant attraction to you, just as I have for Krishna. Though you criticize my beloved, my heart is very attracted to you. Just as I have for Krishna." To you, just as I have for Krishna. Though you criticize my beloved, my heart is very attracted to you. Just as I have for Krishna. Though you criticize my beloved, my heart is very attracted to you. If you are my friend, then do not go back to Svarga. You must stay with me always in Raja, opening the treasure chest containing my gems of Prema, opening the treasure chest containing my gems of Prema. I will show them to you. I see no other solution. Krishna speaks. Even now you do not trust me. Be merciful. I will be your servant. Make me your friend. Give me good instructions. Let me swear by Vishnu. Be pleased with me or beat me, O Radha. You are my shelter. Hearing these words, Radha began to speak. Since you inquire about my prema, please listen. Prema is not something which can be measured. One who knows the Vedas does not know this prema. He who teaches about prema, he who desires to know prema, and that knowledge of prema itself are all false. Prema is indescribable. It is an excellent object which disappears on logical inspection and disappears even without inspecting it. When the pure mind attracted to Krishna is devoid of both discrimination and non-discrimination, it shines on the throne of naturalness. The happiness of the devotee that arises when Krishna is pleased by the devotee's actions, being situated in its nature, manifests prema. The happiness of the devotee arises when Krishna is pleased by the devotee's actions, being situated in its nature, manifests prema. The happiness of the devotee that arises when Krishna is pleased by the devotee's actions, being situated in its nature, manifests prema. If sufferings as great as Sumeru arise in this life or the next, from others or from oneself or from general living beings or from dear ones, very powerful prema immediately conquers those sufferings, just as a lion attains nourishment from subduing elephants. The lion of prema with shining body full of pride, fearless, full of faith, roaring, defeats dogs and sleeps soundly. What does he care for these troubles? Prema, like a lamp in the darkness, shines amidst all the troubles. It causes one to experience newer and newer taste out of lust, and it causes intense intoxication. With its rays of nectar like the moon, it gives joy to the three worlds, and like the sun at Pralaya, it shines and causes pain to the worlds. Oh friend, except for Krishna, who in the three worlds are above or below, possesses this prema. The doe-eyed gopis fully taste this prema in Vrindavana according to the intensity of their bhava. The doe-eyed gopis fully taste this prema in Vrindavana according to the intensity of their bhava. Prema sometimes superficially appears to be lust. Krishna enjoys unlimited happiness by that. In some people, lust appears to be prema. Krishna, however, being most expert, recognizes that false prema. Oh friend, when some gopis by her nature says, bring me to Krishna, since I'm greatly tormented by that lust, she thinks only of his happiness. She's not filled with lust. Krishna is an ocean of prema, a mine of jewel-like qualities. His cheating, fickleness, and deceit are all attractive. Showing this prema, which appears to be lust to the women, he strongly attracts them. Are hundreds of thousands of intoxicated women making great endeavors capable of satisfying the desire of Krishna? Only the gopis of pure prema. I've realized that such prema alone controls Krishna. It's well known in the world that he's most attracted to me. That is never false. Is most attractive never false. Because of that, he thinks my prema to be like Meru mountain. He does not consider the prema of others to be even equal to 3 or 4 mustard seeds. Since Krishna is attracted to other gopis and plays with them according to the attraction for him, he does not offend any of them. Sometimes by chance irregularity appears. Because of that he is not happy, and consequently I suffer. Because of that he is not happy, and consequently I suffer. When he did not come after making an appointment to meet me, it was because of some obstacle in coming. Prevented from coming by some gopi, he enjoyed with her that night because of a request, while being pained by the forest fire of thinking how I was suffering. Because of his suffering, I experienced great pain in my heart. Today, all my dressing, ornaments, beauty, and furniture meant for his pleasure have become useless. You have heard how I cried. In the morning, I scolded him, though he was apologetic. Go away from here, enjoy with her again. That anger gives him happiness, since it arises from affection. Consider this to be the mode of love in Vrindavana. Repeatedly, I reveal my own desire by saying, oh, cheater, why do you give me up and enjoy with another woman? Revealing his desire by his body endowed with the signs of love, he accepted his fault. Oh, prema is illuminates the abode of the heart of the two lovers and shines steadily without flickering. If that prema goes outside through the medium of the face, it quickly gets extinguished or becomes greatly weakened. It quickly gets extinguished or becomes greatly weakened. The pleasant rays of prema situated internally, coming out through the holes of the eyes, illuminating nicely the lips, cheeks, forehead, and chest, manifesting an extraordinary nature, being self-revealing, offers themselves to knowing people. Constantly emanating from the face of Krishna, who is endowed with many lovers, that prema does not attain peace. The behavior of Krishna, who is skillful at telling lies, like a screen, quickly covers that prema and reveals lust in its place. Krishna always speaks to the other proud women in this way. Oh, beloved, I have incomparable attraction to you only. Other women cannot remain in my heart, even in dreams. With signs of other women's love on his limbs, he then speaks to me, though I am devastated. By the power of describing my by the power of my by the power of describing my face, eyes, grace, and unequal sweet beauty, he desires to enjoy with me. And though he says you are my life, he does not reveal prema, but rather lust in his speech. If the woman suffers from the great flames of separation, if an ocean of gravity is reduced to a single drop from longing, she reveals a prema through words such as the verse. If her ocean of gravity is reduced to a single drop from longing, she reveals a prema through words such as the verse. Oh, dearly beloved, your lotus feet are so soft that we place them gently on our breasts, fearing that your feet will be hurt. Our life rests only in you. Our minds, therefore, are filled with anxiety that your tender feet might be wounded by pebbles as you roam about on the forest path. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:31-19. The life air cannot spread out in the unfathomable darkness of great pain, but the prema produces intense light, since affection like oil makes the prema very abundant for a long time. During the rasa dance, giving up all others, Krishna enjoyed with me and then gave me up. Please hear the reason for this. The ocean of prema, the son of Nanda, who gives me the most respect, never causes offense to me. Seating me on a throne of good fortune made of incomparable pure gems, decorating me with many types of beauty, going from forest to forest, he enjoyed his lover. He did not even think of anyone else. Then I thought something. Then I thought something. All my friends have not experienced Krishna, a great, joyous, limitless ocean of nectar. They're afflicted by pain of separation from both of us. Where are they? What will they do? If we sit here for a few moments, then my friends who are wandering here and there will meet up with us quickly. I said, oh dear, when I cannot go, let's rest here for a moment. Quickly, I said, oh dear one, I cannot go. Let us rest here for a moment. Since he's most clever, he immediately understood clearly what was in my mind. Being incomparable wealth of cleverness and the best of the Rasikas, he immediately began considering in his mind. If her friends are suffering, then if I take Radha, who will also be pained in her heart, what happiness is there for me in wandering in the forest? If I stay here, all the gopis with frowning brows will meet me. If her friends are suffering, then if I take Radha, who will also be pained in her heart, what happiness is there for me in wandering in the forest? If I stay here, all the gopis with frowning brows will meet me, and they will scold her repeatedly for a long time. The taste of pastimes the taste of pastimes which has just begun will be broken. If they all return to their houses in anger, the pleasurable rasa dance will not be accomplished today. Radha had previously made a request in jest. Dearest, you can embrace millions upon millions of gopis at one time. I desire to see that. Please make that happen. Therefore, first will leave Radha for a moment. They will not blame her as she's decent. I will take all the criticism on my head. I will be their debtor. I will make them all affectionate to Radha. Seeing Radha's unequal, insurmountable pain from separation, they will drown in a great ocean of astonishment. Insurmountable pain from separation, they will drown in a great ocean of astonishment. I will remove their pride in their own prema and make them realize a most exalted position. Her enjoyment in meeting with me is far greater than that of other gopis. Her enjoyment in meeting with me is far greater than that of the other gopis. Her suffering in separation is billions of times more than theirs. Madhurya rasa is nourished by both these conditions. Let Madhurya Rasa shame them profoundly in front of her and let it give a prominence. Some gopis say Krishna is lusty since he gives us up who have more love for him and enjoys alone with Radha. Now they will torment Radha's friends in anger and criticize her and me profusely. Her and me profusely. I will make them understand that in separation, the flame of Radha's Vadhaba fire. Vadaba fire is a huge fire within the ocean. In separation, the flame of I will make them understand that in separation, the flame of Radha's Vadaba fire of Prema has increased millions of times in intensity, and that being licked fiercely by those flames as they approach, their own Prema has become like insignificant lamps. In this way, my desire that all the gopis become unified will be achieved. When they all assemble in the rasa dance, no one will feel envy on seeing Radha shining with beauty in the center with me. When they all assemble in the rasa dance, no one will feel envy on seeing Radha shining with beauty in the center with me. I will make them understand that in separation, the flame of Radha's sometimes a person wishing benefit for his friend gives him produce happiness for him. Similarly, a person gives pain to his eyes by applying ointment, and this makes the eyes shine in the future. Thinking in this way, Krishna carried me graciously on his chest and walked for some steps. He said, "Sit down for a moment." Putting me down in a soft place, he went out of my sight. Thinking in this way, Krishna carried me graciously on his chest and walked for some steps. He said, "Sit down a moment." Putting me down in a soft place, he went out of my sight. When he desired to show himself after becoming unsteady on seeing that I was most disturbed, all the gopis, extremely pained, arrived and tried to pacify me. Killing Arishta, Baka, Gha, and Vatsasura, who torment the whole world, and Putana, who dressed up like a gopi, is not a fault. The Shakti of Vishnu, which protects the devotees, manifested in Krishna at that time. Garga told Nanda that Krishna, Nanda's son, was similar to Krishna's killing demons and performing extraordinary actions such as lifting Govardhana, or the witness to those words. O goddess, even Narayana cannot be equal to Krishna in form, qualities, and sweetness. Though Garga did not say this, this fact is rightly manifested in my heart. Hearing the most charming words of his beloved Radha, Krishna, still disguised, immediately spoke. I have understood that the prema which you described with all its qualities has taken shelter of you alone. Because of prema, the faults of the lover become good qualities. Because of prema, the faults of the lover become good qualities. Even 100 pains inflicted by the lover become nectar, and a trace of pain experienced by the lover cannot be tolerated. One cannot give up that prema, even if one must give up one's body. Even if one must give up one's body. Prema makes one profoundly experience the lover's incomparable greatness at every moment, even though the lover has no great qualities at all. Prema makes one profoundly experience the lover's incomparable greatness. Prema makes one profoundly experience the lover's incomparable greatness at every moment, even though the lover has no great qualities at all. Oh Radha, you possess that prema. I heard this in Parvati's assembly and I have seen it here. Krishna does not have such love for you. That is the truth. By his actions, I can infer this. My life has burned in the forest fire of your pain, and all your friends are the proof of this. I cannot believe what you spoke about Krishna's intentions when he left you. You did not hear this from Krishna's mouth or his friends' mouths. Moreover, in this life, neither he nor his friends speak true words. You may say, I know whatever is in the mind of Krishna or Radha. Do you know the scriptures which describe how to meet with the Lord, by which you will be able to enter into another's mind and body? Do you know? O Radha, do you know the scriptures which describe how to meet with the Lord, by which you will be able to enter into another's mind and body? Radha speaks, you are a goddess and thus always eager to achieve uninterrupted perfection. How can I be like that? Still, I can speak unlimitedly about what you ask if you have faith in me. Otherwise, speaking about it, Krishna speaks, oh friend, if there's some cause for gaining faith, or if you have great ability to instill faith, why should I not believe your words? Otherwise, your lover may be an ocean of good qualities, but that he loves you is only your opinion. Radha speaks, being expert at joking, you have said that one who has knowledge of entering the mind and body of others can have a dear lover. But you also said that one cannot understand the mind of a person accepted as a lover. Krishna speaks, oh Radha, why are you lamenting loudly? If you know Krishna's mind, why are you not happy? Radha speaks, oh goddess, you speak the truth, but listen carefully. Some indescribable Shakti that arises from not seeing Krishna, which causes loss of discrimination as manifested. Krishna speaks, oh Gandharvika, you know Krishna's mind. I do not quarrel with that. But does he know your mind or not? Radha speaks, he knows my mind. What you are saying? What are you saying? Hear the secret since you have softened my heart. Krishna speaks, O Radha, since I am overwhelmed with affection by your prema, I've inquired boldly, just as my ears desire to hear the secret, so you should tell it. Do not hide it. Radha speaks, because we are continually situated within each other, we know each other's hearts. This is well known among everyone. This is well known among everyone, but it is only a figure of speech. We two are actually one soul. We can never be two. In one soul, completely full of rasa and most deep, our two bodies are tied with the rope of one life hair, just as in some lake, two shining lotuses, one blue and the other golden blossom from one stem. Just like one vessel filled with oil and having one wick shines with two pure lights. We invisibly destroy each other's misery and give joy to all our friends situated around us. If the wind of separation arises, it makes our two bodies tremble and causes both of us to faint. If the wind of separation arises, it makes our two bodies tremble and causes both of us to faint simultaneously. At that time, the disturbed Sakis attempt to remove that separation, having us recover by arranging for a meeting. Oh, auspicious girl, opening the treasure box of my heart, I have today shown you the most secret gem, Prema. May the great darkness of your doubts be destroyed. Holding the gem in your heart, never reveal this externally. Krishna spoke, oh friend, whatever you said, I've understood to be quite reasonable, but my heart is very deceitful. I desire to test what you said. What should I do? You are situated here. Krishna is now in his father's house or herding the cows in the forest. I believe that you two are one, but how can that be accepted without testing it? You're situated here. Krishna is now in his father's house or herding the cows in the forest. I believe that, but how can that be accepted without testing it? Oh, beautiful faced woman, if I can see right now in this place that whatever object you think of in whatever way, Krishna is thinking of in the same way, then I will have faith in what you have said. He may be far away or close, but if simply by thinking, come here quickly, he comes in front of you, the understanding that you two are truly one will make me happy. The understanding that you two are truly one will make me happy. If when you remember each other, there should be by chance arise some obstacle because of subservience to elders, approach of demons or other causes, and thus you cannot meet, I have no quarrel with that. Oh, girl with lovely eyes, oh friend, if you're restricted in your parents' house, you cannot call Krishna. You must have make an appointment with him in a distant place. You do not desire that he comes for your pleasure. I know that well. Oh, girl, dear to Krishna, oh my request. Krishna now. Krishna should come and best your happiness. There's no opportunity for your elders to come here. You can dispel my misery arising from my doubt. When requested by Krishna in disguise, bluntly in this way, Radha spoke with good reasoning. Do not make me the object of mockery. If I do not do as you say, my prema, being shamed, will give me pain for a long time. O sun god, worshipped by all the devatas, my object of worship, who gives happiness to the three worlds by showing yourself, O Lord, who fulfills all my desires, O merciful one, O Lord of the lotus, O sun god, known as the witness of all truth and lies. Radha and Krishna are always one entity. If this famous statement is not false, then at this time Krishna should appear, manifesting before my eyes and giving joy to my associates. Saying this, Radha closed her eyes and meditated on her lover. She stopped her senses like a yogini and remained continuously silent. She stopped her senses like a yogini and remained continuously silent. At that moment, Krishna suddenly At that moment, Krishna suddenly giving up his woman's dress, making all the Sakis favorable by moving his brow. Now that they recognized him, began kissing and embracing Radha constantly. At that moment, Krishna suddenly giving up his woman's dress, making all the Sakis favorable by moving his brow. Now that they recognized him, began kissing and embracing Radha constantly. Her hair stood on end and she became drenched with tears on realizing Krishna in meditation and also seeing him externally. Her hair stood on end and she became drenched with tears on realizing Krishna in meditation and also seeing him externally. Her heart was immersed in bliss. Truly, she was a yogini who sees Brahman or whose collyrium had disappeared. After a moment, Radha came to her senses, covering her face with the edge of a cloth. Beautiful eyed Radha became embarrassed. Lalita said to Krishna, Ah, playful Krishna, it is most amazing how you come to this place without being noticed. He is counted as the best of the bold, who fearlessly comes to the inner chambers, accessible only by the virtuous women, where even the wind cannot enter by force. There, Radha, the personified Ganga, whose fame purifies all chaste women, is protected by friends like me. Having bathed and seated herself for worshipping the sun, she has closed her eyes to meditate on the sun. Having bathed and seated herself for worshipping the sun, she has closed her eyes to meditate on the sun. You have touched her limbs by force. Do not fear the sun god. Will you give no respect to public opinion or dharma? Or are you not familiar with the meaning of shame? O Madhava, therefore today I praise your good fortune, since Jatila and her angry husband are not here. What can we, our friends, being young girls, do to you? By good luck, you, the best of rascals, have been saved from these dangers. Krishna spoke, I have not committed any fault. Absorbed in playing in the yard of the cow pens, by chance I remember Radha. Suddenly I was brought here as if by some divine being. Radha spoke, oh Lalita, where is that goddess? Seeing her, we can believe in her. Lalita speaks, seeing you two meet, the goddess gave up her anxiety. She shines within this room and gives us bliss. Daivena of the previous verse can mean by divine will or deity. Krishna said, please introduce this goddess, this Shakti, this Sakhi that you mentioned. Krishna said, please introduce this goddess, this Sakhi that you mentioned. He then spoke to Lalita, who had not answered him. Now I understand, oh Lalita, by good fortune in a short time, your crafty nature has become clear. Some perfected woman or goddess who flies in the sky has come. From her, Radha has received some secret mantra. Certainly, Radha wants to bring me under control every day and makes me a servant by force. Certainly, Radha wants to bring me under control every day and make me a servant by force. Oh, Radha, that goddess should give me the mantra also. Oh, beautiful girl, be my helper. Take me to some solitary place and make me your disciple. I surrender to you, and I'm eager. Radha speaks, the flute also has the great power of mantras. It brings the most chaste rest your lap. Krishna speaks, when you steal the flute, then what should I do? I can no longer fulfill my desires by using that flute. Lalita speaks, the goddess being shy is hiding within the house. How will she teach the mantra to you? If you're eager for it, you must enter the house yourself. If she's merciful, you will attain your desires. When Krishna, hearing this, entered the house, Radha spoke to Lalita. Oh, Sakhi, please tell me what is happening since I have doubts. Lalita said, do not fear, come. We will enter the house and along with Krishna and the Sakhis, look. After that, the seed of Krishna's verbal skill was planted by him in the field of Radha's heart, and it sprouted amidst the showers of sweet, soft smiles of the Sakhis. It grew into the tree of Radha's arguments and then bore fruits with plentiful juice in the form of all knowledge. Lalita said, the goddess has disappeared or has left this house. The goddess has disappeared or has left this house. Therefore, we should go from here quickly and search for her. O Radha, teach him the mantra and give him bliss. The Sakhis quickly left the room. At that time, Radha and Krishna, decorated with many jewels of pastimes arising from their treasure box of Prema, conquered millions of cupids. At that time, Radha and Krishna, decorated with many jewels of pastimes arising from their treasure box of Prema, conquered millions of cupids. Since even the devotees intensely joyful from hearing, glorifying, and contemplating the pastimes in order to attain Radha and Krishna, continually defeat millions of cupids. In the month of Falguna, 1606 Shaka era, on the bank of Radha and Krishna's Kunda, nourished by drinking the sweet nectar of Rupa Goswami's words, someone has revealed a poem called Sri-Prema-Samputika. Iti Maha Mahopadhyaya Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti Vira Chita Prema-Samputa Samapta. Hare Krishna, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to recite this poem, Prema-Samputa. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank His Holiness Banaswami Maharaj for translating this work of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura, who's a Rasa Acharya. Hare Krishna.